So right now I'm going to be showing you an example of how to put in a trade in Thinkorswim. So I'm going to be using my personal checklist and going through each of the 6 points to kind of show you what the process could and might maybe should be like when you're putting in a trade. So to get into the first point, you have to know whether or not the trade you want to do is appropriate and if it's a good fit for your current portfolio. Right now, it is the beginning of the month, which is appropriate for the strategy I'm going to use. Some strategies you want to put in even farther before right now, but as I said, the all options contracts they expire on the third Friday of the month, so we have a little bit until that comes. So we're gonna put in a trade right now. So uh, is it a good fit? For one reason, yes, because um, we're at the beginning of the month, so the trade will have time to kind of like build up and become more valuable. But another reason that it's a good fit is because you want to have multiple strategies within your portfolio. Right now, on under my trades right now, I only have one of the current trades I'm going to be putting in. It's called a vertical spread. So I'm going to be putting another one of those in to kind of diversify my portfolio more. So that is the first step checked off. How liquid is the stock? That's pretty much saying how popular is the stock you're trading. Right now, the stock I'm trading, IWM, is kind of an ETF for the top 2,000 most popular countries to trade. I mean, companies to trade. Sorry about that. At the stock price I'm um, trading it at, the 133s, the strike price, there are around 3,500 open contracts on that strike price alone. So if things go south, I will be able to get out of there with relative ease. So that's very important when considering a trade. Third up, what's the implied volatility? Implied volatility is kind of how much the stock price is expected to vary. So in this case, with 133s, it's expected to vary about 17% up and down. You can see it right there, 16.91. So the higher the implied volatility, the better, because you'll be able to take bigger risks, which in turn lead to bigger rewards. The fourth checkpoint, what strategy would make sense? I mentioned that I'm doing a vertical spread. So in this case, for this current ETF, which is IWM, kind of like statistical analysis previously predicts the stock price to kind of rise. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell insurance. So for people that are buying the stock and who are going to buy low, sell high, that kind of thing, we're going to sell them insurance. So in case it drops, they won't be kind of screwed out of their money. So we're going to actually buy them below the stock price. So if it does drop, they can get out with relative ease and without losing too much money. So what probability should I use? This is like the probability of success. Like what's the chances that your trade is going to be successful or not? In here, it showed that the probability right here on this column is about 75%. So that's generally a good place to be around. It's not too low as to where um, it will be common for you to have an unsuccessful trade, but it's not, the probability of success isn't too high so that you don't take a big enough risk to earn kind of a small reward. So just that sort of idea. Bigger risk, the bigger the reward. You got to keep that in mind. And the final checkpoint that I use is how much money should I put into this trade? Um, you generally want to keep it around 1 to 5% of your current portfolio. So in this account right here, I have around $27,000 in it, obviously paper money. So around 1 to 5% would it be around what, $275, maybe up to $500. So I'm going to try to keep it in that range and not come out of that because you don't want to put all of your money into one trade, even though it is likely to be successful, because if just one trade goes south, you're kind of screwed. So that's pretty much it for the checklist. So right now we're gonna go ahead and put it in. So I'm gonna click on the 133s, which is below the current price of the stock, which is 138. So this is where the insurance idea comes in. I'm gonna be selling a vertical spread. So I'm gonna go down to 128. So this 133. Oh, this should be bought. So this 133 to 128. That's pretty much the insurance for the other person. So in case it drops below the current stock price, they can not lose too much money, hopefully. So we're gonna confirm and send that, and that's pretty much it. Thank you.